As cards get more and more expensive, it's going to become more and more efficient for people to counterfeit magic cards rather than dollar bills, and the punishment for counterfeiting magic cards rather than money is also much, much less. So I think counterfeit cards, high quality counterfeit cards, are going to become more and more common. This deck requires shots for success. We're supposed to choose to be on the draw with this deck, right? Yeah, because 4 of our lands are Gemstone Caverns. I'm referring to Vintage and Legacy. Are modern cards counterfeit issue too? I suppose I could see that being an issue. This hand, am I supposed to keep this? So what can we do? We need to get Narset into the graveyard. We get to turn 0 spoils for a Faithless Looting. And then this hand could potentially turn 1. I think I'm supposed to keep this. Oh, you know what we do? We spoils for Pull from Eternity and hope we spoils past a Narset. That's the line. So we have Pull from Eternity to put an exiled face-up card into our discard pile. So we're going to spoils for Pull from Eternity, hoping to scroll past a Narset, and then we can pull the Narset into the discard pile. That's fucking rude, opponent. Why would you hate fun? Why do you hate fun, opponent? Have you considered not hating fun? So, whenever we play this deck, people always like to ask questions like, how do you beat Inquisition? How do you beat Spell Snare? How do you beat X? How do you beat Y? And the answer to those questions are easy. You don't. You generally lose if opponent breathes too much in your general direction. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to not beat those things. You don't play these decks to beat things. Alright, so we actually need the Goryo's Vengeance. So I think at this point, we're supposed to spoils for Faithless Looting, because Faithless Looting can find us multiple cards. So this hand needs enough help that we want to spoil into Faithless Lootings. So now hopefully if we Faithless Looting into Narset plus Goryo's Vengeance, we can turn 1 them here. Rats! We're very unlucky. And since I want to draw this Goryo's Vengeance again, I'm actually going to discard this Emrakul and get everything shuffled back in here. So looking for a Narset to put in the bin. Goryo's Vengeance isn't the worst draw. It's half of what we're looking for at some point. If they have another discard spell, I'm just going to concede. I guess that's not true. We can flash back to Faithless Looting and maybe get lucky. Thankfully, we have 4 copies of Leyline of Sanctity on our sideboard, so we can hopefully have a little bit of fun. So we're looking for Narset plus Goryo's Vengeance here again. Let's go ahead and try again here. If we would have hit there, we maybe would have been okay, but definitely needed to hit there. All right, so what are we doing? I definitely want these 4 Leyline of Sanctities in my deck. I'm going to trim a couple copies of spoils because they often kill us anyways. trim a pull from Eternity, a Brilliant Ultimatum. I'm gonna trim and enter the infinite. Alright, let's do it. Remember, we're gonna choose to draw. We're gonna choose to draw. You really want to be on the draw with this deck? Yeah, but you need an Omniscience to unlock the stuff out of your hand is the thing. Enter the Infinite doesn't do anything without Omniscience. Nope. This hand is great. Wow, this hand is good. We just need to draw a Narset in 3 draws, chat. 3 cards to draw a Narset and kill them on the first turn of the game. What do you think? Do you believe? Do you believe? If we don't get there, it's because chat didn't believe, just so you're aware. Damn it, chat. I need you to focus. Can we focus, chat? I need you to channel your energy towards focusing on winning the game. 12 lands later. We're very unlucky. Our opponent got a second turn. Just the gosh darned unluckiest. We are heathens with 0 faith. Deck needs more cycle lands. Ugh. Ditch these 2. We're gonna hold on to the pull from Eternity because if we hit a spoils of the vault, pull from Eternity could put an Narset into the bin. We could pull looting for value. Yes, we can. We most certainly can pull looting for value. That's the better line. And we drew another pull from Eternity, so you know. Let's rebuy this one. The old 4 mana Faithless Looting. Come on. Our toys aren't working, chat. Our toys aren't working. We do get to try that being said, the Leyline of Sanctity basically turns their deck off. So like we have time to sit here and dirtle. We do have time to sit here and dirtle. Hey, True Dawn, thanks for the host. Welcome to folks coming over from True Dawn channel. We're hanging out playing some Modern today. We're currently trying to execute a Narset combo deck. And we're currently failing miserably, but don't worry, I believe. If all of you believe, together, we can assemble. Don't you be a negative Nancy and talk about things like blood moons. Ain't nobody got time for no blood moon. Our opponent has put a clock on the table, which is problematic for our wanting to dirtle and do nothing. We are currently 17 cards into our deck without Narset. Here's hoping we make it to 20. Ugh, the souls, they linger. And they're gonna draw a Ghost Quarter for one of our lands. Alright. We're taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll still, God, what a terrible beating. That's really unfortunate. Here's our Narsets. Alright, let's try again. Remember, you You just gotta, in the words of a great poet, you have to shake, shake, shake it off and move on to the next one. So that's what we're gonna do here. It's what we're gonna do. All right, there are unfortunately no Narsets in the top third of our deck there, which in our Narset combo deck is a little bit detrimental. When you enter, you get to put Omniscience back on top of the deck and play it again. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Heatstroke. I feel like we should figure out what 4 cards we should sideboard out, because we're never boarding in more than 4 things. We're never going to board in more than 4 things. I would like to play second. This hand... Is this good enough? It's got Gemstone and fast mana. I think this is fine. It needs a Goryo and a Narset, but it's got plenty of mana, right? Do you think I should chip this? I guess I get to Serum Powder, so it's free. This hand is much better. Have all of our choice. If we draw Simian Spirit Guide or a land, we could turn 1 them. But we're getting set up for turn 2. Hopefully they're playing some kind of derpy Birds of Paradise deck. Well, I guess we could also just draw like land Spirit Guide here and kill them. We do actually need another piece of mana here. So we do actually need another piece of mana. Devoted Druid? Yep. Mana. Mana. Am I dead? Am I dead? I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Mana. Nothing says Hogland stream quite like wanting to draw a second land and then drawing an 11 drop. Really, is there anything that screams Hogland more than wanting to draw a second land and then drawing an 11 drop? All right. So for people out there at home that are aspiring Narset cannon pilotees, take notes. In a matchup like this where we are just racing, you want to board in all 15 cards, and then you want to take the rest of your cards and you want to shuffle them around, and you want to shuffle them around, you want to get them all good and mixed up, and then you're going to take those same 15 cards, and you're going to sideboard them out, because we don't need to sideboard here. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. All right, I would not like to play first. No, thank you. Our Narsets have heard our cries from the first match, and they're like, well, nope, not going to hide anymore. Jeez. Oh, jeez. I mean, this is a hand. This is certainly a hand. I mean, I'm keeping Goryo's Vengeance. That's a card we want here. I am in for some Goryo's Vengeance. I will not be going to Minneapolis. Minneapolis is about 8.5 hours from me, which is too far to play in a Magic tournament these days. All right, and like I said, if at first you don't succeed, shake it off and try again. We're gonna play all 5 matches in this league. Don't worry. We're gonna play all 5 matches in this league. This deck's we're setting ourselves up to set up the land speed league record though. The land speed league record. Pretty easy Serum Powder here. I don't know, Calhones. There aren't really any on my docket right now. Is this a mulligan again? I think it is, right? It kind of sucks that we're not exiling Narsets here, but this hand just doesn't do enough. It's a free mulligan. This hand also doesn't do a lot, and we get to Serum Powder 2 Narsets away, so our pull from Eternities are live. And this hand's pretty good. Opponent's gonna decide if they want to mulligan to 5 now. Serum powder, serum powder, serum powder. All right, I'm done now. Go ahead. Thirty, 32 cards in our deck. Haven't even started taking a turn yet. Just the unluckiest. Just the gosh darned unluckiest. We registered our limited deck in the modern queue. We've got one Faithless Looting exiled and one from Pull from Eternity and one spoils. We've got 9 good draws here. There's no way we can win, right? They like have Mana Leak or Logic Dot or something. Are we done here? Oh yeah, we're playing Spell Queller out. We're done here. They have Spell Queller. I'm not gonna board in Boseiju. We're just gonna try and turn one them. Go try and turn one them. Look, for the people in chat that are new, I swear to you that we have won games and even an entire match with this deck before. This deck is terrible, but we're not playing it because it's good. We're playing it because we're trying to blast off again. In fact, enough people donated enough dollars to see this deck. If we don't successfully win a game in the first league, I'm gonna play a second league with it. We are not gonna put this down until we get to win a game. Yeah, there were a bunch. This deck had a bunch of bonus points in the queue, so we'll burn through 2 leagues if that's what it takes. Yeah, this hand's great actually. This hand's very good. This hand could turn one our opponent. So, what do we name with spoils? What do we name with spoils? So we're gonna spoils here. And what do I name? Is it just Faithless Looting? I don't need Spirit Guide, right? It's Faithless Looting just in case we miss. It's like 10 out of 10 Faithless Looting. And our goal here is to spoils past a Narset, because if we spoils past a Narset, we get to pull from Eternity to put it into our discard pile, and then we get to Goryo's Vengeance it back into play using the land and the Spirit Guide. Yeah, it's definitely Faithless Looting. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. We exiled our Emrakul. We are running so bad. We are running so bad, it is unreasonable. We could technically Goryo's Vengeance the Emrakul here, but like putting them to 5 and killing their land doesn't do anything. The spoils didn't kill me. That was actually the worst result. You're not wrong. None of those are Narset Transcendent. None of those are Narset Transcendent. Chat, why does life suck? Why does everything we do go to shit? They're gonna start holding up counter spells here. All right, yeah, let's just go to the next one. Let's try again. Let's try again. Oh yeah. All right, come on. It's fine. It's only been 3 matches. We're gonna do it. Can we concede a whole league? This is what we signed up for, chat. This is what we signed up for. It's okay. It's okay. It's only been 3 matches. Look, we could do it. If we could just cut some of the negativity from chat, the deck would start performing. It's the negativity in chat that's giving the deck stage fright. It's giving the deck performance anxiety. Well, this is perfect. This is fantastic. This is quite excellent. It's Gemstone Caverns, exile Narset, pull Narset into the discard pile. We just need a Goryo's Vengeance, chat. Excellent. Who doesn't love casting Spoils of the Vault versus Burn? I love casting Spoils of the Vault versus Burn. I need everybody out there to just believe in me. Can we... We're gonna totally die to these Spoils of the Vault, aren't we? I mean, I'm not here to not cast them, but we're definitely gonna die to these Spoils of the Vault, right? Drawing the land's actually really good there, because it means I only have to draw one... I only have to Spoils once. The land was a great draw. Drawing a mana source there was A+. Hope this salt can absorb some of the negativity. Thanks for the bits, Tanklebiter. Alright, we need to survive this turn at 2 health so we can cast the Goryo's Vengeance. We need to survive at 2 health. Alright. Last time we spoiled, we didn't want to see a lot of cards, and we wanted to see a lot of cards. Alright, kill me. And we're dead. Alright, we tried, you know. We gave it the college best. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Begin sideboarding. Okay. Leyline's in. Leyline's in. I'm gonna cut 3 Omniscience and the Spoils. Yeah, we needed to live at 2. It was technically 1 over, right? Because I needed an extra health to City of Brass next turn. We were so close I could taste it, chat. I could taste the savory victory. Our concession APM is high. No, we were exactly dead that turn, extras. Oh, you're right. If we would have gone to him, we could have drawn a Painless End. Yeah, but we were exactly dead there. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is not my creation. This is not my deck. We're not going to play a land on 1 because if we draw Narset, I want to be able to discard her to hand size. The Leyline should give us some time. Now we can play a land because Goblin Guide drew us a card. I feel like if the audio had changed or was different, someone else would comment on it. Is there a difference in the audio today versus other days? I don't think I have any of my filters on. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have. I'm definitely not on the Windows side right now. I could pull the gain down a little bit. And those are... I suppose we can draw Faithless Looting into Narset next turn. I can pull the gain down on my audio slightly. I might be bumping up against the compressor. Yeah, look at that. It was bumping all the way up when I was talking. Let's try that. I'll pull it back. The tinniness is probably me bumping up against my compressor. So it probably just got a little bit quieter for folks. All right, fifth match. Let's try again. One more time. And by that I mean if we fail again, we're gonna join one more league. But then two leagues is my limit. 2 leagues is my limit. Sounds a lot better now. You kept cutting out. Well, so a compressor doesn't turn the audio off. It just makes it quieter at the top end. But using a digital compressor will cause some basically tintiness to the sound as opposed to a hardware compressor. Okay, that makes sense. If it takes 2 leagues, it takes 2 leagues. That's good. That's good. Is it good now or just less bad? I could probably... My OBS actually looks like I might be clipping still. No, I'm not actually clipping. Nope, we're staying in the yellow. Yeah, that's probably good. I'm staying in the yellow. Staying in the yellow, the yellow, staying in the yellow, do. 2 leagues with Narset is definitely going to be faster than 1 prison league. The wait time is longer than the matches, right? Right? The true value town deck. It takes Magic Online longer because it's trying to find us another 0-4 to pair against, right? How much longer I'll be streaming for today? Another 6 hours or so, maybe longer. My goal is to do 8 decks. This is deck number 4. How much would it take for you to play this at an event? It would probably have to be... $1,000 or more, because I guaranteed wouldn't do well at the tournament. I chose to play first. What a punt. I actually don't have a Gemstone Mine in my opener, though, so I'm not punished for choosing to play first, which is nice. Just need a Goryo's Vengeance. Flashback this Faithless Looting. We're digging for Goryo's Vengeance. Ding, ding, ding. We might actually get to do our thing next turn, chat. We might actually get to do our thing. Close it out with sweet, sweet, succulent goodness. And guess what, chat? We have 4 copies of Your Deck Doesn't Work in our sideboard. Because modern sweet. There we go. There's some subs with the buckle up emotes. There's some subs with the buckle up emotes. Wait for the main deck Spell Pierce or Thoughtseize, right? Just a big old middle finger. Oh, wait. How does this work if they block our Narset, it's not good, right? They can block and kill our Narset? Because we were too slow. So Narset attacks. What do we get? Let's see if they block and kill Narset here. We'll figure it out. Because this could hit another Goryo's Vengeance, right? Ooh, they didn't kill her. They didn't kill her. That's so good for us. Silly opponent. You should have killed Narset. Yeah, we have Fury in our hand too that we can cast. All right, we should have the win here. We should have the win here. Choose a pile to play for free. Choose pile 2. So this is the win. So we draw our deck. We put Omniscience back on top of our deck. Now we cast Fury of the Horde, exiling 2 red cards from our hand, which gives us another combat step. And we go ahead and we attack with Narset, which exiles Omniscience. Then we cast Omniscience, which lets us cast Emrakul. And then we cast another Enter the Infinite here, allowing us to put a card back on top of our deck so we don't have to move to hand size and discard. Emrakul doesn't need haste. We're going to put a card back on top of our deck with Enter the Infinite. So we cast Omniscience. And you cast Enter the Infinite, which lets you take a card from your hand and put it back on top of your deck. Casting Emrakul gives you an extra turn, chat. God bless us, everyone. All right, 4 copies of your deck doesn't work. We're gonna board out 3 copies of Omniscience and it spoils the vault. That's why we're playing this deck, chat. That's why we're playing this deck, because the win, when you win with it, it's succulent. Should we play a second league anyways? This only took us half an hour. Should we play a second league anyways? We're gonna play more leagues. Opti Midas, thank you very much for the brand new sub. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know if I want to run a second one. Like, we did our thing. Someone mentioned Immortal Gauntlet Stows. That might actually get me to play Hex again. I would really like to play some Immortal. This seems very good, right? And keep this, right? I should just ban the Narset here, right? Just pop it back into the queue, please. 10 out of 10 for Phyrexian Mana Tithe. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's just put it back in the queue, and it'll come back up again later. Let's just, we've got a lot of decks we want to play today, and we got to go off at least once. We might even win this entire match, actually. Matthew, you've shown up at the completely wrong time. This is arguably the least Matt deck we're gonna play today. If you want to come over later, Matthew, I'm gonna play Dredge. After this, we're gonna play Kiki Chord, and then we're gonna play some Dredge. Justin with the $20 donation. Run it back. I'm gonna put your $20 towards putting it back in the queue, Justin. So it'll come up again soon. Let's not hammer it to death today. Alright. Let's put my piggy into play. Yep, that's plus a bunch of points. It's plus 20 from Justin, and then, so plus 25 altogether. Did I miss something? The Banksky with the $10 donation. Would you play at a GP green-black or Absent? I like my green-black list a lot. If I would have gone to the open, I would have played green-black. They know to block now? Maybe. If we hit another Goryo's Vengeance off of her, we could potentially... Isn't Silence a play? No, stop it. Silence is only the play when you can't combo. Look at that. We hit Stony Silence and Goryo's Vengeance, and so we hit a bunch of great stuff here. Well, they can sacrifice a bunch of artifacts to make this larger. Extras, thank you very much for the cupcake bits. I appreciate it. Welcome. All right, so Narset dies. I'm gonna cast Stony Silence. Okay, so the fact that they needed to respond to that Stony Silence, because now I get to Goryo's Vengeance this, and then take an extra combat step, and now they can't kill her inside of combat. So if they would have sacked all three of these to make this a 7/7, they could have killed her in combat this time, and I would have had to roll good again. But now I don't have to even roll that well here. Oh, man, that's brutal. That's brutal. Man, that's unfortunate. We needed a red card in our hand to be able to keep going here too. Yeah, so Narset's gonna go away. And then... Oh, that was the other Goryo's Vengeance. So now we'll put her back in my discard pile with this Pull from Eternity. Oh, I should have cast the Powders. Fuck. Yeah, not casting the Powders is gonna kill us here. Oh, it doesn't matter because of Stony. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but it definitely... And that's a cage. All right. Not have an answer to cage, which is sad too, because we would have actually, if they didn't have the cage there, we would have hit the land and killed them, because we had a land into spoils for the Goryo and then Goryo's them back. All right, we want to choose to draw this time. I would not like to play first. Yeah, this hand's great. We just need a Goryo's Vengeance to turn one them. I'm gonna ban a Spirit Guide here. Yeah, I'm gonna ban a Spirit Guide since I have land drop plus a Faithless Looting next turn. No, I don't need an extra mana. Like having 3 pieces of mana is plenty. Okay, I guess that shows me. If I would have kept the other one, I could have drawn Goryo's here and gone off. Yep, alright, punted. I didn't think it mattered, but I wasn't thinking about looting into looting. So if I would have, and then now they're gonna play a cage and kill us. Or have a spell pierce or something. That sucks. We'd have turn one them. Yep. That's a sad end to the meme. Could have had the turn 1 and I fucked it up. Yep. That one's on me. Yeah, the Ravager being able to block and kill now is a big deal, though. Alright. Maybe they attack for a non-lethal amount next turn. Yep. So, for people that missed my mistake, I exiled a Spirit Guide with the gemstones. So I just thought it didn't matter, and then it definitely ended up mattering. I think anybody making changes to your deck list based on what won the Modern tournament the previous weekend doesn't understand how Modern works. Modern is a format where nobody goes out and buys a new deck because it won the tournament last weekend. That's just not how things work. That's not how. That was a great draw because now we get to do this, and they didn't sack anything in response here. So because they didn't sack anything in response, this Narset might be able to get there. Because they only have 2 points worth of stuff. Come on, Narset, don't brick on me, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You know, get a respin here. Right, just need to keep finding extra combat step things or ultimatums or stuff like that. All right, we got an Omniscience, which lets... Omniscience is actually an extra combat step because it lets us cast the Fury of the Horde from our hand for free. So it looks like we're gonna win an entire match. Remember when I said we win about 1 match per league and everybody in chat didn't believe me? Just non-believers, you just gotta breathe. Just have to believe. Oh shit. Are we gonna die to our own spoils the vault? Are we obligated to cast these cards? No, I don't have to, right? You may play any number of the... All right. I don't want to cast any of these cards, right? It's a horrible Narset pile. Yes, it is. I don't actually want to cast any of these cards. I guess I'll cast Pull from Eternity. On a Faithless Looting for value. Now we cast this. Now we cast this with Omniscience. All right, Narset, don't fail me now. We're looking for Enter the Infinite, of which there are 3 in our deck, I believe. We found a Fury of the Horde and a Brilliant Ultimatum here. So still pretty good chances here. You've not bricked and died just yet. Yeah, I think another combat plus Brilliant Ultimatum means we shouldn't be able to fizzle at this point. So for those of you that are new, we're just waiting for our Emrakul at this point. We're waiting for our Enter the Infinite for the Emrakul. I'm saving this Pull from Eternity over here in case we Narset past the Emrakul. And there we go. We Narseted past the Emrakul. So at this point, I want to Fury, and I want to wait to pull until after I find my Enter the Infinite, right? Well, I guess there's 2 enters in my bin. Is it better to put the enters back into my deck? Do we put the Emrakul back in now? Oh, I can pull plus Goryo's Vengeance, right? I can pull plus Goryo's, and I can Goryo's in response to the trigger. Yeah, I can. That works. We got there. We figured it out. We figured it out. I got there. And we Furied already, so we're going to get another combat step here. Yeah! All right. We're not going to play another league with this deck. We're going to end on a high note. We're going to end on a high note. I like ending on a high note. I'm glad we got to kind of do our thing. So that's how this deck actually wins. For people that were doubting our deck could win a matchup. That won the entire match there. Oh, and worth noting, I punted the turn 1 victory in that 3rd game. So I could have won on turn 1 that game and punted it. All right. What are we doing next? Got some Kiki Chord next, I think. What's the rest of that? Kiki Chord, then Dredge, then Prison, then taking turns, and Mono U Control. If you're interested in seeing deck lists for some of these other things that are coming up later today, be sure to check my Twitter or the donation